What's up, everybody? This is Colin Dijs. I'm here together with Ross McFarlane. Today, we'll have a look at Volume DSP, which ones are the best ad exchanges for native traffic on the DSP. So I'll do a little screen share, hop straight over into the DSP where we are right now. So with the demand-side platform, which is built into Volume, which is a separate product which they have, it's obviously great that they have a full list of ad exchanges. The main benefit of this would be that you don't have to apply to each of these networks individually. However, the con is, of course, that the price might be different, usually more expensive, and you might not tap into all the traffic available. Right? We have a whole list: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 in total, of which MGID is twice, so 18 exchanges in total. That's a lot, you know. Outbrain is not there anymore. I'll pinpoint that later. There are some exchanges which I don't know, actually, which are quite new, I think, and many which I do know. Ross, from this list, what do we know?
We know, we know MGID.
Yes, here's one and here's one.
Yeah, Rev Content, Nativo. Recently had some clients running on Taboola. Had some serious cash on there. Yeah.
And I'll pick up MobFox. I'll pick up MoPub. I'll pick up Passendo, PubNative. I had a good experience here, so I'll just skip that one. And this is a new one for Passendo, I think, but it almost has no traffic. AdNow, I haven't ran there myself a lot, maybe one campaign. Oh, and of course, one of my favorites, ImproveDigital. So the ones we don't really have much experience with is LiveIntent, Opera, myTarget, PulsePoint.
They just brought that one in, PulsePoint. That one's,
yeah,
that one's quite new. They were talking about bringing in content ad as well. But
yeah, content ad was there before, but now it's not.
Oh,
so with the DSP, you have the connection, disconnection, depending on the inventory changes. Outbrain used to be there, it's not anymore. Passendo is in here now. EngageYa, it has been there for a while, but you can see the average bid floor indication is none. So let's have a look at that. One of the most important things I would say is that the ad impressions for the last 24 hours, in a window of 24 hours, how many ad impressions, so how much reach is available. Just note, it doesn't specifically target on country, this overview, or anything related to that. You would have to use the additional filters. But overall, you can see that LiveIntent has the biggest database connected to the DSP, and BetweenX, neglectable, almost nothing, right? Which you mean you cannot run on this traffic. So I would say, choose a source, 20 million preferably. MobFox, I just love this source. That's why I would recommend it, but I would go probably 30 million plus to at least have some room. If you would select a country, let's select, oh, okay, cannot. Where do we go? UK?
UK?
Yeah. Great Britain. Okay, so the inventory changes, you see? So there will be a lot of sources which don't have inventory here, and other sources like, for example, Rev Content, who now take the majority of the traffic, right? Taboola is still there. MobFox has almost disappeared, right? So for specific countries, you would have to then make the additional filter adjustments. Is it responding? Yeah, there we go. Back to everything. Then you can select on restrictions. So either low restriction, medium restriction, high restriction, very high. And then it will additionally filter. So by using these elements, it will keep on filtering. And all in all, you just get an indication of what could be possible. Now, of course, you want to know the different options, right, Ross? Yes. There is a full list. What do we do? So my favorite, you can see from the white and black lists I've used. So you can see Smarto, MobFox, Nativo, MoPub, MobFox, ImproveDigital, Nativo, MobFox, Algorix, which Algorix they no longer have. So MobFox, definitely the big winner here, maybe Nativo as well. And ImproveDigital, I would say for my crypto in Europe, probably the #1 favorite. In general.
Yeah, you run some campaigns in Italy, did you not?
Yeah, the Italy improved. Don't expose all my secrets, Ross.
Oh no!
But yeah, ImproveDigital, crypto, Italy used to be my biggest crypto harvest of the year last year. that one was really good. But yeah, you have these offer types. Now the question is, what do you do? So in my opinion, it depends on the vertical. What would you say?
Yes, I would 100% agree. It depends on the offer, where you want to run.
So once you have found your offer, then it's about the country, right? Use this list, very simple. What happens if you click on discover traffic? Okay, you can narrow it down. Oh yeah, okay, this is quite cool. They didn't have this before. I haven't used the DSP in a while, to be fair, but this is quite cool. I don't think it's super useful or anything unless you're looking for something crazy specific.
Yeah, they put this in
sorry?
They put this in a few months ago as well. You can check the last bids in 24 hours on each placement on each exchange. So like if you were going to run on Rev Content, you can check which placements had the most bids. So then you can check which placement within that ad exchange has more or less got the most traffic. So you can yeah, so just
average win price CPM. Holy shit, that's high.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, you could make your own whitelist out of this. I think that could be interesting, but it's still a general assumption because you don't know the category, unless you could potentially drill down. But I don't think they would provide these tools necessarily if they would make a lot of money. You know, with Volume DSP, you have a great overview, you have a great planner, use it to gather the knowledge amount that you would like to harvest, but don't think that you will make hella money campaigns just using this little tool. You know what I'm saying? I would say, depending on cash flow as well, you might either want to run on bigger exchanges or not. So when you look at the relative CPM, and it's all relative, right? Because it depends. So EngageYa, these metrics are definitely fucked up because I think it's one of the cheaper exchanges. So $14 definitely not correct. And MGID Pre-approval comes $280, Nativo $17. Any Nativo campaign I've run on scale, the CPM was like $25, $28, right? So this is the average win price. Maybe they have a lot of traffic in Africa, and then it just pulls down the tier 1 CPM, which then is not a good representation. Does it make sense?
Yeah, lots of sense. Yeah, if you filtered on country, I'm assuming that would go up.
You have to go through this list. Okay, Nativo 181.
Not
interesting.
That big a jump.
497. Okay, they go up a little bit, some of these things, but I would say maybe let's take one of the more expensive countries to run in. Which one I'm going to select? Sweden, there you are. Okay, that's quite cheap. Switzerland. Okay, that's a little bit more expensive, but there's not a lot of traffic. All right, so, you know, arguably a little bit of a bad indicator, this tool, because I don't think the data as represented here might be all data. Well, what you have to consider, there's a lot of branding included as well. There's arbitrage included as well. It's not all the business model that we operate, right? All in all, I mean, it's looking pretty good. The prices look pretty good. I would definitely say for beginners, pick a lower relative CPM. So exclude Taboola, exclude Nativo, exclude MobFox. Your options are for huge traffic, I think PubNative, MoPub, Ref Content, MGID, and the other one, MGID, no Taboola. ImproveDigital is also a little bit more expensive, I would say. So this is all for Nutra, right? The Ref Content, again, you have this problem with the Nutra. That's why you need to check compliance, that you have this, what's it called? It needs to have a real case study or something like this, right?
Yeah, they tie your hands as well when it comes to creatives. Like they've got a good character cap on headlines, but like when it comes to creatives, like you're very limited. They don't allow any. Like they don't allow any zoomed in images. They're very strict on images, and also they don't allow weight loss in the US. They cut that altogether.
Oh right, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, most landers have got to have
study disclosure.
Yeah, external URLs. So
yeah, makes sense. I would say it's not that they don't allow it, but it's like some more. They probably got sued for it or something. So
yeah. That's probably
with Volume DSP having ref content there with huge amounts of traffic, I think it's great. I think it's a big opportunity. In my opinion, any source with crazy amount of traffic, so I would say at least the top 6, right, with more than 100 million a day, I think it's a little bit too big unless you narrow it down properly. you can imagine that if you would select Smato in this situation, even with or like LiveIntent, with like any specific country, you get like 10,000 widgets, right? Yeah. Where you would choose, for example, well, not the smallest one, but maybe AdNow, you still get like 250, 400 widgets, but it's not 10,000. Yeah. And then your relative testing capacity is more favored to your cash flow than on the other hand, where nobody can basically test this, right? Properly how we would like to test it. So you would need to use an advanced structure to then manipulate the entire process. You know what I mean?
Very true, yes.
And therefore, I would say if you are anywhere above 30 mil, because you'll cut down. So let's say we do the United Kingdom like we did before, right? So I'll select United Kingdom. Fuck out of here with this. United Kingdom. This is mad annoying. I thought that you could just type this and then United. Ah, you can, but my Google thing is in front of it.
There you are.
Yeah. Okay, so probably then United Kingdom. What vertical do we run?
Nutra, did we say?
Nutra. If there's no additional compliance, I would definitely pick ref content or PubNative in this scenario. I think 5 million is good.
Yeah.
It's a lot, you know, it's on the bigger end. In this situation, perhaps ImproveDigital, Nativo, if you run 250 a day, these might be better. 500 a day, these might be better, you know? If you're on an ASAP budget of $100 a day, anything below 100K, I think is too little. So then we would have to pick up either MGID or Taboola, right? Some of the smaller ones. But I think under 100 grand impressions, 100K impressions is not worth it to run. No? What do you think?
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, you want to get that reach.
You got to get it down soon anyway. I'm just surprised to see these low bids, you know? Average win price on the CPM, only Smarty Ads is a little bit higher, and this one, MGID General, but MGID Pre-approval is just so low, you know?
Yeah, I was surprised as well. Like just a few months ago, Nativo was like crazy CPM, but I checked it yesterday and it wasn't all that expensive.
Okay, they give some notes. Nutra Beauty. Okay, Nutra supplement is geo restricted, but which geo doesn't say? Well, US probably. Nutra supplements are restricted. It's not true for Nativo. You can get around it. It really depends on what you promote, but you would have to run by, yeah, sweeps. This is fun. On ImproveDigital, sweepstakes are not allowed, but crypto is allowed. That's why it's fun. A lot of compliance for Taboola. You see?
Yeah.
No beauty. Well, it's highly restricted. So you can promote stuff, but you just have to find the right offer and then get the pre-approval, which I think is very important. So all in all, when you're searching, obviously when you have your account manager, they can assist you properly. My personal pick on this overview, right, for Volume DSP, the best ad exchange, I think I would go, if I can choose one, my all-time favorite, I would choose MobFox, which on the right now is a little bit on the low end. If I could make a top 3, I would say MobFox, Nativo, MGID.
Yeah. What
would you pick?
Probably need to be Nativo, Ref Content, and MGID.
You're on the lower end, yeah. I'm on the more expensive side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the pick. There are many more choices to make, you know. At the end of the day, it all comes down to testing. Make your own pick. Take into consideration the advice from your account managers for MDSP because they're extremely helpful. Let us know what your favorite experiences are so maybe we can learn something and explore the exchanges as well. Drop that down in the comments below. I hope you learned something from this little selection. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.